So hi everybody, this is Jack Canfield here, head of Team Canfield with the Essential Oils Young Living Group. We're excited. We're growing at a rapid pace, and it's all because of those of you that are on the call that are enrolling people. Appreciate that. Many of you on the call are people that are considering this opportunity, so I want to welcome you to the call as well. I'm really excited. This is changing my life, both in terms of my I would call it my lack of emotional roller coaster through the day. I'm much more even keeled than I ever was. I tend not to get upset by anything. I jump out of bed in the morning. I'm so excited about that. I'm actually getting less sleep than I've ever gotten, about 6.5 hours. I used to get 7.5, and I'm not tired. I have to force myself to go to bed at night because I know I have to get up in the morning and to jump out. And I'm sending emails to people in the organization, congratulating them on ranking up and what they're doing, and coaching them and mentoring them, and as Catherine does, and all the people in the organization. So really excited that you're here. I would just say, for me, the one thing I've been doing, I've been reading this book here, Where'd It Go? This Essential Oils book by Jen O'Sullivan, The Essential Oils Truth. And I'm blown away. There's so much to know. I did not know about the molecular structure of the atomic unit weight and how that goes through the brain-blood barrier, and how within 4 minutes or less, every cell in the body has essential oils in it. There's like more molecules of essential oil in one drop than there are in the cells, 100 trillion cells in the human body. And literally within 20 minutes, every cell in your body has either essential oils in it or on it that are affecting your consciousness, your emotions, your health, your wellness, balancing your hormones. I mean, it's just extraordinary. And the education calls we've been having have been blowing me away. Yesterday we had Dr. Oliver Wendt, who is an anesthesiologist who kind of backed his way by accident into Young Living, and now has become one of the greatest advocates, and also was a co-developer of many of the Young Living products with Gary Young. One of the most brilliant people I've ever heard in my life. And I mean, just his credentials and his life story is amazing. And we have that every week. It's and thanks to Catherine, who's our upline, who knows everybody in the organization, who is the kind of people that can educate us. So anyway, welcome. I'm going to turn this call over to Catherine, who usually gives a little background. And then, Catherine, I'll let you take it from there and share with people what the opportunity is here, both with the oils and with the income opportunity, which has been tremendous for me so far. I am really blown away by how much money I'm making so quickly. So it's like really fun. And then obviously you can ask questions, and the people that brought you here, if you're thinking of being enrolled, you can sign up with them later. So anyway, Catherine, let me turn it over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jack. I love hearing your story, and I love seeing your enthusiasm. So this call is where we just tell you a little bit about who we are and what we're doing. I'll just start with myself and my story. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, and then we're going to go into the company. We're going to talk a little bit about oils and what they do. And then we're going to talk about the income opportunity, because Young Living is a network marketing company. So we're going to talk a little bit about the income opportunity at the end of this call. So I'm a Young Living Gold Leader, and I have a rather large organization. I have 30,000 members all over the globe. Last month, we did our biggest month ever. We did $2.3 million in sales. So I got into this business very accidentally. I had used essential oils for actually about 15 years for immune support. In fact, I used Young Living. I used an oil blend that we have called Thieves, which many of you are familiar with, even if you're not in Young Living. And it just really helped me. I probably used it from about October to March during that season in the Midwest when you need a little bit of extra boost in your body. So I used Thieves. And so that's all I knew about oils. And then about 4 years ago, I learned about oils for emotional support. And that was completely new to me. My dad was an American war hero from World War II. He was in the bloodiest battle in the South Pacific. I was a late in life baby. And so in 1945, in April of 1945, he was 17, and he headed over to the island of Okinawa with the Marines. And that was the bloodiest battle in the war. And my dad lost his entire company. In fact, recruits were coming in 3 times a day. They were bringing in new recruits. So he went from a private to a private first class to a lance corporal to a corporal in 28 days, amidst the bodies of his friends, the dead bodies of his friends and comrades. And so he was physically wounded on May the 5th, 1945, but the deepest scars for him were the emotional scars. And he came back to this country a completely shattered human being. And because he was shattered, we were shattered. So the next 60 years of his life were really, really painful. And I ended up with secondary post-traumatic stress and post-traumatic stress of my own. In 2008, my dad was nominated for the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he was finally ready to talk about the war. And we were going through a lot of trauma in our family. There was this, another story, but it was just a really crazy time. And I took my dad to a civilian hospital for some comfort care, Western allopathic medicine. And what Western medicine does is prescribe. That is what they do best. That's what they know how to do. So I took him to a local hospital for some comfort care. They gave him a prescription. They gave him a prescription for lithium, which is not a protocol for post-traumatic stress. It's a protocol for I can't even think of the name of the diagnosis, but it's not a protocol for PTSD, bipolar disorder. That's what it's for. And he did not have bipolar. So anyway, he died of lithium poisoning, and it took him a month to die. And it was a horrific, horrific death. And I was with him the entire time, and it completely traumatized me in ways that I'll never be able to describe. And it traumatized my mom. And my mom died about 2 years later in the deposition regarding that case. And so I was left alone, broken, completely broken. And I went to a really, really dark place. I lived in fear. I was obsessed with safety, and I didn't leave the house for about 6 years. And in 2016, some friends from undergrad gifted me Young Living's Freedom Collection, which brought freedom in so many ways. And it was developed by Gary Young in conjunction with the Department of Veterans Affairs. And this is what it looks like. It was 2 boxes of oils that I had no idea what to do with. And I put those oils on a shelf, and I really didn't pay much attention to them for a few months. But I could see them out of the corner of my eye, and I knew that my friends had spent a lot of money on them. And one day I got them out, and just to sort of humor them, I started to play with them. I started to do the protocol that was on a little card that came inside the boxes. And I did the protocol for 15 days, 30 days, 45 days, just applying the oils wherever it said to apply them, on my brainstem, on my spine, on my navel, on my feet, different places, and then doing inhalation. And by day 60, my brain had shifted. Something had radically changed. And it was evident on a MEG scan, an MRI, an fMRI, and I had a new lease on life. I had truly gained freedom. And so I became super passionate about helping others reclaim their lives and helping them rewrite their stories, and helping them have a life that was free from labels and pharmaceuticals. Because after my dad died of a pharmaceutical, the first thing they did to help the doctors to help me with my grief was hand me about 7 prescriptions. And so the oils changed my life. I have not taken a med in 4 years, and it's been just really, really amazing. So I go everywhere I can to talk about oils. And And because I was so passionate, an accidental business was born. And the best thing that came in my Young Living Starter Kit was the invisible income opportunity that was locked inside, because that brought another form of freedom for me. It brought true financial freedom, where I could say yes to things that I would never be able to say yes to. So my first 2 months in Young Living, I was the #1 distributor. And my 5th and 6th month, I was the top enroller in the United States. And I grew very quickly. I think I went silver in like 3 weeks and gold in 5, less than 2 months. Anyway, it was this unicorn start. And it changed my life in every way. And so I'm very passionate about helping friends also change their financial story. So in October, I went to Jack Canfield's luxury retreat in Santa Barbara. And I started talking to Jack about these oils. And Jack said that he would love to get a starter kit. And he also said, I might consider building an organization. I might consider doing this business at some point. Let me play with the oils and let me do my due diligence on this company, and then we'll talk. And he did. For 5 months, he experimented with the oils and he really looked into Young Living. And if you know Jack at all, he's a researcher. And in March, he said to me, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to run with this thing. And I said, I will live in the trenches with you and your team. I will be there 24/7 for all your people who are fighting for their freedom. And because that is so important to me, to help mamas change their story, to help daddies change their story, and to be able to pay for things like private school or soccer lessons for the kids or organic food, whatever that means for you. Your dreams become written on the tablet of my heart when you're on my team, and my team will tell you that. And so I asked Jack, are you 100% in? And he said, I'm 1,000,000% in. And so 2 months ago, the Canfield Young Living team was born, and very much like my unicorn start, Jack went silver and gold in 1 month, and he is quickly approaching platinum in month 2 with his amazing team. And somebody from Jack's incredible team has invited you on this call, and it's because they love you a lot. They see how much fun they're having, how much fun we're all having. They want that for you too. They want financial freedom for you. So thank them. And if you're on this team, thank whoever you brought here, because I know your lives are changing. So it's just been a really, really beautiful season. COVID-19 brought network marketing a really unfortunate gift. And Young Living sales were off the charts. And oh, thank you, Marsha. Marsha says it's such a blessing to be here. It is such a blessing and an honor to have you here. So COVID brought an unfortunate gift to network marketing and to Young Living. We went through 200,000 Thieves hand sanitizers in about 10 minutes in March, and our sales were off the charts. Young Living had their biggest month ever. I had my biggest month ever. And Jack thought, you know what? I want to get oils in the hands of everybody I know and love, but there's an income opportunity here that I can offer my followers that might change their lives in unprecedented times. And so that's what this call is all about. We're first going to focus on the oils because many of you are here just to do oils with Jack. There's a new website called Oils with Jack, which I absolutely love. And isn't that guy cute? Like, he's like Merlin up in his tower. He's back in med school, like studying monoterpenes and sesquiterpenes and all these incredible compounds and what they do in the body. And it's just such a blessing to see. So anyway, so I've talked a little bit about what the oils did for me. We're going to hear from a couple people on our team who came in for the business. And I mean, they legit came in because they wanted to make some money. I didn't care how they got here. I didn't care if the name Jack Canfield brought them here. I didn't care if the lure of making $250,000 a month brought them here. I wanted to get oils in their hands because I know oils change lives. And if not their life, maybe the life of their daughter who's suffering, or maybe the life of their son who's going through something, or grandma or whatever. So it's so important to me to get these beautiful tools into every home in the world because they do incredible things in the body and they don't harm the body. They're God's perfect healing tools. And the same way they work in plants, they work in our bodies, and they know exactly what to do. Right now, we are going to hear from Erica.
After having my son, I started to experience some debilitating anxiety And I'd never had anxiety before in my life. Like, I didn't even know what anxiety was. I also had some pretty serious postpartum depression, and it went undiagnosed for a long time. And I had a dear friend hand me one day a bottle of Stress Away, and that's a Young Living blend. And I really didn't know anything about oils at all. I really, maybe like a massage therapist used oils. Like, I just really didn't know. Before that point, I was very much one of those people that grew up in the era of body mist and like Victoria's Secret spray. And I would, no joke, my friends and I would douse ourselves in perfume and body spray and, like the really cheap CVS kind. And that was just kind of our, like the culture that I grew up in. And right around the same time of being handed this beautiful bottle of Stress Away that smelled amazing, I started to educate myself around what fragrance means. And I started to discover how toxic perfume and just the word fragrance actually is. And I was shocked. I was like heartbroken but also like appalled, totally appalled. And having this new baby in my arms and experiencing all these really crazy emotions and ups and downs, the last thing I wanted was to bring toxic chemicals into my baby's life. And so it seemed like a really easy switch. I loved the smell of this Stress Away blend, and I didn't want to put toxic chemicals on my body anymore. So simply just started from that. I started to use it topically. I didn't even have a diffuser. And I started to use it topically on my inner wrists and on the back of my neck. And what I started to find, aside from the fact that I smelled really good, was that while experiencing these really debilitating symptoms of anxiety, I was also feeling, when I put this oil topically on, I felt supported. I felt supported, and I felt my central nervous system calm. And I didn't have an explanation for that. I didn't know what that was, but I knew that something was working and there was something to it. And I started to carry around this roller ball with me, and I would sit in my car if I was feeling anxious or nervous about doing something. I would just smell it straight from the bottle. And that's kind of how my love of essential oils started, literally just simply from that one product. And I was obsessed with that product for a couple of years. And that was kind of like the extent of I didn't really branch out aside from Stress Away. And I started to use it in my teaching. I'm a yoga instructor. And before, obviously, this whole COVID thing, I did a lot of hands-on assists, and I would put it in my hands as I assisted people. And so for me, having these multiple years of experience and really love of Young Living, specific Stress Away, like I already had this trust and this love of the brand, and I already knew it well. And I really felt supported by this one single oil. And just after getting my starter kit recently, I have new favorite oils. Like, there's so many other ones that I'm like, I didn't think that I could be as obsessed with other oils aside from Stress Away, but I'm finding that Valor is my new favorite. Valor is just this really smells, I think it smells amazing, but it's the Brave oil. And it's been really fun to kind of explore different oils and their uses and how I can support my family and myself. Yeah, Valor is everybody's favorite. I know, it's the best. So it's been wild. And then entering the business side too, it was an easy yes, right? To be supported by Jack and to be supported by you, and already loving the oils and having had experiences with my own life and my family. It was an easy yes. And it's been really wild and fun and beautiful. So thank you for letting me share my testimonial. And it's an easy ask, right? It's an easy thing to share when you really love something. So
Natalie, are you here?
I am here. And it's thank you so much. I just want to tag on to what Erica said with a very small funny story, in that yesterday I was in the line for Trader Joe's, and I've been going to the grocery store, a limited amount because of what's going on. And two people in the line got into an argument with each other. I didn't hear exactly what it was about, but it was getting super contentious. And I was thinking to myself, I just don't feel bothered by this at all. Like, I feel super calm. And I reached down into my purse to get my gloves out to put on before I went into the store. And I had a bottle of Stress Away in my purse that the cap had opened and it had leaked all inside not the bottle's fault, my fault. And I realized that as everyone had been fighting, I could smell that smell, the Stress Away smell. I was like, oh, I wonder if that's why I feel calm. Yeah, so I 100% got into Young Living for the business. I loved the way they smelled. I'd put them in a diffuser. They kind of have that like spa-like quality to them. I had actually always used lavender when my children would get a bee sting or a burn of any sort. Like I'd always found that to be far more effective than whatever the other things are that we can buy at the pharmacy. But when I was on that enrollment call with Catherine, I was like interested in the non-toxic cleaning products, because in my head, from a business perspective, I was like, that's easy. Everyone uses laundry soap, dish soap, toothpaste. That's just a straight switch out. That's what I want to learn about. And Catherine said, get the oils or you'll regret it. And I was like, oh, fine. I'll get the oil starter kit, thinking, how the hell am I going to use all these oils? So I suffer really badly with allergies. I have done my entire life. Every year at this time of year, for me, pretty much through most of summer, I would have streaming eyes. I have an incredibly itchy throat. I can even get itchy around my lips sometimes. Sneezing, running nose. And Catherine said, try 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of peppermint. Rub them in your hands, put them on the back of your neck, and then do some inhalations. And I have been doing that since the beginning of spring. And typically for me, I would at this time of year be taking antihistamine every day, or at least every other day. And since I've been doing that, I have taken antihistamine once, which was until Catherine then told me, well, if you'd have called me, I'd have said, put lavender under your tongue if it gets really bad. And so the next time it got really bad, that's what I did. And it completely got rid of my need to do anything different. I have also been using Panaway for headaches, both under my tongue and on my temples and the back of my neck. Actually, my daughter fell over on the weekend and sprained her ankle, and we have been using both Panaway and Deep Relief on her ankle while we're icing it, which has been really giving her some significant relief on that sprain, which is very bruised. I'm an oil convert. I have no idea how many different things that I could use them for. Oh, the other one is my little girl uses Digest on her tummy when she has a tummy ache. And that seems to really help her. And I'm sort of loving this thing that's happening, which is that I can stop using more chemically things with my kids, particularly. That feels really, really good to me, and also for myself.
Thank you for sharing that story. Thank you so much. My heart is happy. You're empowered, and your kiddos are empowered. And that is so, I love seeing mamas empowered. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the income opportunity and the potential of this business if you are interested in a side hustle or in really running toward true financial freedom, because this Young Living is an incredible company, and you're going to hear in just a moment from one of our silver leaders. And Young Living's compensation plan is designed to fail if we're selfish, and it's designed to help us thrive if we pour into others and if we help others get what they want. And I love, on our team, we say we rise by lifting others, and Natalie will tell you it is so true. As we help our friends go after their dreams, like our dreams just happen. And that happened for Trina a couple weeks ago. She didn't even realize that she was about to rank up. She was so focused on helping her team members rank up. And then she looked at her stats from her sales that month and realized that she had just gotten a significant promotion. But if you are here and you want to build a business, we are also, if you want to dip your toe in or you really want to run, we are here to link arms with you and run with you, whatever that looks like for you. So we call network marketing the 4-year career, and it's essentially because you do this work for 4 years, and sometimes it feels like it's pushing a car up a hill. But at the end of those 4 years, really, you have a true asset income, a residual income. And what that means by residual income is that you do the work once and you get paid forever. And it's so beautiful. And Trina is going to talk to you in just a few seconds when I stop talking about why Young Living, why you, and why now.
So much. I'm so excited. You just made me remember I was like Jack watching the ticker roll over, and I'm like, I just have to walk away from my computer and stop staring at it. And my phone rings, and it's Catherine going, "You went silver! You went silver!" And Jack's laughing in the back. I'm like, "No, I didn't." It was and I had to run to my computer and look. It was so incredible, and it's such an awesome journey. So what I want to share with you will only take a few minutes, but I want to tell you, I know nothing about oils. I know absolutely nothing about oils. I don't know how, well, let me say, when I enrolled, because we have such incredible training every Tuesday with Jack and Kath, we do calls every week on Tuesday, and they teach us about the oil. So every time I learn something, then I'm like, ooh, I need that. Ooh, I need that. I literally am probably the least educated person about Young Living and essential oils that is on this call right now. I personally believe that if you're on this call, there's 3 types of people that are on this call. Number one, the oil lovers, people that love the oils, that they're all about health, they're learning about it. And lucky for us, we have that person, Jack. We have that wizard in a tower that's up there like getting his MD in essential oils. And then as he's learning, Catherine's already been doing it. So she's been doing this for 4 years. So we have the Oily Lounge where you can go in and learn more about essential oils and how they work. I believe that the second group of people that are on this call that are looking at this Young Living business are people that are looking for an alternate income stream. And so people right now at this moment in time are looking for, how can I earn some extra money? How can I do this? So I think that's the second group of people that are looking. The third group of people that I believe, and the majority of the people on my team, are people that just want to be with Jack. Like anything that Jack's doing, we know him, we like him, we trust him. Guess what group I'm in? I'm all about Jack, and he absolutely changed my life with the success principles. And I know him, I like him, and I trust him. So if he's doing this business, I'm doing it too. So I enrolled back in December, but I didn't do anything with it at all until Jack said, okay, I'm all in. And once Jack said he was in, that gave me, I borrowed his courage. I borrowed his faith that this was I borrowed the belief system that he had in this company, that it was the right place at the right time and that I needed to do this. Number one, the Young Living has one owner. It was started by Gary Young. He married Mary Young, so Gary and Mary. He passed away a few years ago, and they never sold the company. This is a company that has been in business over 25 years, almost 26 years in business. Most networking companies will fail within the first few years, and it really takes 10 to 15 years for it to be a solid company. Number two, the top 10 direct marketing companies in the world, and Young Living is on that list in the top 10. They are number 10. They are the only essential oil company on there. And they are, the majority of their sales, they're all over the world, are coming from the United States though. Less than 1% of network marketing companies make it. So for us to be here for we are a solid company. They have a 30% annual growth rate, which is unheard of, absolutely unheard of. 95% of their members are customers. 95% of the people in this Young Living family are just using the products. They are not building the business. If you think of that, only 5% of the people are actually building a business with this. So that's a lot of people out there that aren't taking advantage of this because possibly they don't understand, or they just love the product so much that that's all they care about. For a network marketing company to be considered successful, they're happy if they have about 8% of the people on auto ship that are getting orders regularly. Young Living, they average 42%. 42%. There's 6 million people in Young Living that are members, and 42% of them get a monthly wellness box. And let me tell you, I have never been so excited to get a delivery like ever. I can't wait to see what it is. And it's not always oils. I got these baby wipes that smell amazing. I have like like these vitality drops that I put in my water. You can order, they have almost 700 products. So you can order all different things, but they're all natural. My grandson is 6, and the Thieves household cleaners, he gets his little towel. He cleans all my cabinets and my cupboards, and he absolutely loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it. Young Living is an asset. I have joined 8 network marketing companies, and I failed miserably at them, which Young Living, you can keep it and grow your business. You can will it to someone else in your family after you've gone, or you can sell it. And I have never heard of such a thing, and it blows my mind. So the value of your company, what you would sell it for, they have some markers, and Jack figured it out, and I went just right before this call and figured it out. And you take your monthly income and you multiply it by 200, and that is the value of your company. My company is worth over $400,000 right now, which is pretty amazing. So I'm very, very, very excited. And then the last thing that I want to say is when I enrolled, because this is a non-MLM, LMLM, I don't have kits, I don't have parties, I don't sell stuff. I just help people enroll in the company, and they get an invisible income opportunity. When they enroll as a member, they get a member number. And when they get a member number, then that means that they can share the opportunity and earn money that way from just sharing the products. So when I learned that, it became very easy for me to just say, hey, you want to try these products? They're amazing. Or actually, I didn't say that. I said, do you want to work with Jack? And that's how I grew my team, honestly, because I don't know anything. I didn't know anything about the product. So if you think you have to know all about oils to do this, you don't. So I'm super, super excited. I'm very excited about the non-toxic changeover in my house. And so I just wanted to come on and share that little bit about that.
Incredible. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the leadership on this team. From Jack down, like he's just brought in the most amazing people, and in weeks their lives have completely changed. We're going to talk a little bit about the comp plan, and what we want to do right now is cast a vision for you. We just want to show you the potential of this business. We want to show you what is possible.
So this is Young Living's income disclosure statement. And you can see that those rainbow colors there on the left-hand side are the different ranks that you can hit as you advance through Young Living, treating it as a business opportunity. And you can also see, if you look over to the right, the average number of months that it takes people to hit those particular ranks. So I think Jack actually hit gold in 1 month, and you can see there the average is about 50 months. So as Catherine said, that unicorn start, which is amazing. And I also think, potentially for anyone on this call who knows Jack, maybe you feel like that's not that surprising because he's Jack. But what I think is even more amazing than Jack hitting gold in 1 month is how that success is being replicated on all levels of this team.
Yeah, normally what I do, and I think we did this with you, Natalie, was we just have people sort of look at those average incomes and what would be a game changer for you. We just, and maybe write it down, do a little bit of dreaming, and then what Natalie or Trina or I will tell you is dream bigger after you put your initial dream on the paper. If you say I want a platinum, we'll say, okay, well, we're going to shoot for diamond. But yeah, just do a little bit of vision casting. Look at that average income. Don't look at the averages because they mean nothing during COVID, and they mean nothing if you're on the Jack Canfield Young Living team. So yeah, just have a little bit of a look at those, and legally we're required to show you this. And then next we're going to go to the slide that actually got Natalie's attention. And it was my friend's first 21 months in this business. And Natalie, what would you like to share about this slide?
Yeah, so quite early on when we were in conversation with Catherine, she shared with me this spreadsheet, which was a friend of hers journey, 21-month journey in Young Living. And once she showed me this, I was just 100% in, because I said to Catherine, this is not representative of average earning, but you've just given me a map. So I just need to track this spreadsheet need to be tracking with it or above it. And like my path to success, as far as I'm concerned, is guaranteed. So the things that I found really interesting, obviously you have the months 1 to 21 down the left-hand side. And then the second thing that I looked at was this member count, where I was like, okay, so she started with 9 members. On a month 21, she had 68,000 members. And that was really what started to trigger my brain around exponential growth and what happens when a team works together. I then also looked at her personal enrollments, and what kind of jumped out to me was that on a month-by-month basis, she was enrolling anything from 5 to like around 26 being the highest, but it wasn't like you have to enroll 500 people a month. Like it felt kind of manageable to me. And you see that she did the rank advancement down the side and how her income grew from that very first month of earning $389 a month to that last month there at month 21, where she was earning over $100,000 a month. And for me personally, this spreadsheet just made me think this is achievable.
If you look over to the far right side of the screen, I want to share with you just very briefly why Lindsay got to her 100,000 a month. And sorry, I said her name, but anyway, she makes a lot more than that. Good thing John's a great editor. She makes a lot more than that right now, and her team could fill 2 Super Bowl stadiums, which she is very proud of. I think 2.5, she said now. So in just a very short time, in less than 10 years. But over on the far right side, those represent her teams or her legs. And so the most legs that you ever have to go to the top of the company. So Alice is a leg for Jack. Natalie is a leg for Alice. And so we usually start on our team with 4, and then we run with those 4, and then we'll add an additional 2 as people rank up. And Jack's adding his additional 2 right now. But so on the far side of the screen are the legs. So she started out with 2. She quickly added a 3rd. When she was at silver, she had 4 legs, then 5 at silver. And by gold, she was working on her 6th leg, and all the way down, she has 6 legs. Okay, if you look between the level earned, between the rank and the legs, you will see something called shares. And everybody has a different thing that they look for on this chart. Natalie was drawn to other things. I'm drawn to the shares, because the shares represent leaders on her team. They represent silvers or above. And Young Living has this incredible profit sharing program. When you hit the rank of silver, they pay you a profit share not only on yourself, but they begin to pay you on your leaders. They pay you to help your friends promote. And that is so beautiful. So at this month 21, she has 289 shares. That means 289 silvers or above that she's getting paid on, and that's why she has a $100,000 paycheck. So on our team, I mean, in the Young Living compensation plan, to maximize the compensation plan, but especially on this team, we love to flip silvers, and that means help our friends get to the rank of silver as quickly as possible, silver and beyond, but the first goal is silver. We love that, and so we really strive to help our people get to silver. We do a ton of product education on our team because we want people to use their Young Living account. We want them to shop for these beautiful tools that are more cost effective than anything they can find anywhere. I promise you, when you learn the hacks, my laundry soap cost me 20 cents a load. My Thieves cleaner, which has replaced every cleaner in my home, is 77 cents a bottle because you use 1 capful and 16 ounces of water. And so we have these incredible hacks. Young Living products are so pure, but they are so concentrated. And so we want you to know how to use them. I can get 3 shampoos out of 1. I can get, 3 dish soaps out of 1. And it's the cleanest products. And it's 700 SKUs. So when we teach our members how to shop their own account for shampoo and toothpaste and makeup and skincare and food. Young Living's part of my grocery budget. Then, people start to shop there, and we call it transfer buying or ditch and switch. So we don't go to Target anymore. We don't go to Costco. We don't need Amazon Prime, because everything comes to us in this beautiful box in the United States from Utah, in other countries, different cities. But we get this beautiful box that really represents pretty much, for me actually, like all of my shopping. So there's two ways that you can get paid when you're a silver or above. You can get this profit sharing. You tap into this profit sharing, which is 6% of Young Living's total sales for the month, put into a pool and divided between every silver or above. So Trina can see that on her check now, that profit sharing. And then there's an additional payment when you're a silver or above called Generation Leadership Bonus. And I love this. And these guys who came from network marketing can tell you how cool this is. On my organization, I get paid 2.5% on my whole organization. But when I have a leader break away, they don't actually break away. I actually get paid more on their total sales of their organization. So I get 2.5% on mine, but I get 3% on theirs, and I get profit sharing on them. So it's two ways that I get paid to help my people rank up. So I'm going to talk about those shares and show you what's possible in a graph called napkin math. And I love this graph because it shows you what's possible. So I could do a very similar graphic for that generation commission. I could do a similar graphic for that 3% and show you that 3% actually ends up being more than this graph. But right now, I'm just going to show you one of the ways we get paid on our silvers or above. Shares normally are around 150. We just lowballed it. Sometimes at Christmas time when sales are huge, shares are around 165. But in this particular situation, we just said 137. So this is you as a Royal Crown at the top of the income opportunity. You're on top. When you're a Royal Crown, you get paid 6x7. That's your cube on 6x7 levels of leaders, not unilevel, but leaders. So if you don't have a silver or above on one level, the computer will go down another level to find a silver or above. But we're just going to say this is Jack when he hits Royal Crown in November, because he told me he's going to hit it in November. So this is Jack at the top. And on his level 1, there's Alice. And Alice is not a silver at this point. Alice is going to be a Royal Crown herself. But what we're assuming on this graph is that Jack just went to Royal Crown with silvers only. And that won't happen. We will have golds, platinums, diamonds, crown diamonds, Royal Crown diamonds. But we're just assuming it's silver. So if everybody on Jack's level 1 through silver went silver on only his shares, Jack would make over $7 million a month. And you can see we are flipping silvers left and right. So it's a really, really beautiful, beautiful thing. And Jack is leveraging his influence, and he's getting ready to do a public rollout. So the potential of this business is huge. That's what I want to see for you all. So that's the potential of this business. And now we're going to talk about the beginning. So this is once you get to silver. But what happens when you come in as a distributor with a starter kit? But it's called silver bound. And you begin silver bound the minute you get a kit, the minute you say yes to Young Living, the minute you join the Canfield Young Living team, you become a distributor, and you're on track for this incredible silver bound bonus. And as you track up to silver, you can get an additional $2,300 as a one-time payout to just launch your business. So Natalie's going to talk about silver bound bonus, and she's also going to talk about fast start bonus, that bonus that you get when you just share with your friends, when you give them your referral link, and you just help them get started with oils.
Yeah, thanks, Catherine. The big vision is definitely what caught me in the beginning when we started talking about this, but I feel like Young Living has kind of got us every step of the way, and it's almost like pinch myself. I can't believe that it can all be so good so quickly. And it's really given me confidence to invite into my organization people that I love and who trust me and who I think will be amazing at this, knowing that there are some really, really quick wins available for people. So the silver bound bonus is amazing. Not only does it give you this money as you go through the process of building your business, as you're seeing here, the $50 for hitting star, the $250, the $500, and the $1,500, which are cumulative. You can earn each one of these bonuses as you rank up. But the other great thing about this is it's also teaching us how to structure our business for success. So with that star in the first one, it's telling us that we need $500 of organizational volume. So that's a total of $500 in sales. You plus 4 other people if they were to only buy a premium starter kit. And that you would structure that in 2 legs of 200. So you plus your first 2 leaders plus a person each under them. And then as you move on to senior star, which, and by the way, you know, we've talked a lot on this call about how fast we're all going and how much everyone's running, and that's awesome. And the momentum is 100% here on this team to leverage if that feels exciting to you. And also, Young Living actually gives you 3 months from the time you enroll to hit star. Then once you hit star, you have another 3 months to hit senior star, which is this 2 legs then of 500 OGV each, with a total organizational volume of $2,000. And that's when you get your $250 bonus. And then they give you your next 3 months until you qualify for this bonus to hit executive. It's 1 additional leg at a 500 organizational volume and a total organizational volume of $4,000. And that gives you your $500 bonus. And then silver, which is what you've heard a lot about on this call, which is really the first rank of what is considered leadership in Young Living. They give you an additional 4 months to hit silver. You need 1 additional leg of 1,000 organizational volume and a total organizational volume of 10,000. And this is what I'm very close to hitting right now. And I think it's maybe 6 weeks since I first really started working on this, which is kind of amazing. I love how Young Living is really kind of supporting us and exciting us in growing our business on our way to leadership. And I know I said 3 months to hit star, and it says here 2 months to hit star. And Catherine, I don't know if you want to correct me here, but I looked at this yesterday and it says, not including the month you sign on, you get 2 additional months. I'm not quite sure why it's worded that way, but to me that's 3 months. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I think it's 3 months. They don't count month 1. Well, I guess it would be 2 months if you enrolled on the 31st.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so that's amazing. So this is one of the ways that Young Living pays us. But the other way is they have something called a fast start bonus, which means that every time you invite a new member to join your team and they sign up with a premium starter kit, you receive a $25 fast start bonus. And then you also receive 25% of your person who you've signed up's order for the first 3 months that they're a Young Living member. So if we imagine that they were to sign up with a premium starter kit, which is 100 PV, you would get an additional $25 on top of your $25 fast start bonus for that month 1. So that would be $50. And then for the next 2 months, you would get $25 if they ordered $100 each month. And you get 25% of their order for those first 3 months, up to a total of $200 in commission. So they can order up to $800 in products, and your 25% can go up to $200, which is amazing. It just feels like every time I turn around, there's another way to get paid in this business. And I think that it's fantastic that there are these quick wins for people that make it really, really motivational and exciting to not only cover the cost of their amazing products that we're all using in our homes, but also to kind of get them started in realizing that this makes it real, it makes it tangible, it makes you know that this system actually works.
There's another fast start bonus too, which is the level 2 fast start bonus. And so you get 25% on everybody that you enroll, but then you get 10% of the first 3 months of everybody they enroll forever. And my level 2 fast start bonuses far surpass my level 1s, and I'm a very high enroller. So Young Living, I will tell you, they are the most generous company. They just are. And maybe people say that, but it is so true. It's really a heart-centered company. We call even our pursuing the business heart-centered sharing, because we really are focused on helping people get well. From the compensation plan, which was designed by Mary Young, our female CEO, who came from another network marketing company. It's so generous. Our essential rewards, the gifts that they give us. So after you hit the rank of silver in this silver bound, the next prize is bridge to gold, and you can win $3,000 worth of oils, which Jack just won, Alice just won. For silver, when you hit silver for 3 months, you get to go to a Young Living farm at Silver Retreat. You go to our farm in Mona, Utah. When you hit the rank of gold, you go to our farm in St. Mary's, Idaho, our very first farm. It's our lavender farm. When you hit the rank of platinum, you go to Ecuador, and Diamond Retreat fluctuates all over the world. And I am going to invite you to join us. I'm going to invite you to join us on the journey of your life. We don't know where we're going, but we know it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. We know it's going to be fun. We know that we are going to change lives, that we're going to make a huge impact in the world. Your own life is going to be radically changed because of Young Living, because of Jack Canfield, because of all of the things. So we're inviting you today to get with the person that invited you on this call, get your starter kit. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing, amazing day.